This is a report made totally using a smartphone. Video, audio and images all captured and edited in Android. This report is about DBL Sheffield Sharks and it's for Elastic FM. Well, here we go with my second unscripted smartphone video report about basketball this weekend. None of us probably want reminding about that heavy defeat to Leicester Riders in our first game, losing by some 31 points. So a Sunday afternoon drive up the motorway to Leeds and Leeds Metropolitan University, which is where Leeds Force play their basketball, we felt would result in seeing our first points victory of the season. A few words about the venue. Very pleasant surroundings, quite a professional setup. I would guess that the stand itself only holds about 500 to 600, but the whole place has a generally good feel about it. Nice quality programme, designed cleverly so it can be used for other games. Good food on display and Copperberg cider, which we enjoyed. Turning our attention to the actual game itself, looking at the two teams on paper and looking at the recruits that Leeds had made in the summer, I think most Sharks fans would have gone into the game optimistic about getting a positive outcome. And certainly in the first quarter, the Sharks played at least as well as Leeds Force. And at times there were some nice pockets of play and some good play, particularly from Shahid Davis, who won the most valuable player on Friday night. As the first period drew to a close, the Sharks started to show their first signs of vulnerability. And in fact it was a Colin Singh mistake just seconds before the end of the first period that saw Leeds Force going just 2 points ahead, 21-19, going into that second period. The second period saw the Sharks again compete reasonably well. One always had the feeling that they could get the better of Leeds, but it was Leeds in fact that pulled away, leading at half time by 38 points to 33. Lots of optimism though coming into the second half that the Sharks had enough within the locker to turn the game around, but unfortunately that's not what happened, and the game really reflected much of what we saw at EIS on Friday. The Sharks starting to look disjointed, making lots of mistakes, heads were dropping, and to be fair there wasn't one single Sheffield Sharks player that caught the eye having had a particularly good performance. If you were forced to give credit to anyone, it would be Rob Poole for notching up 14 points. As you look at the final statistics of the game, it's easy to see where the Sharks are going wrong and where the opposition are going right. Jack Eisenberger, the point guard for Leeds Force, scoring some 28 points with 8 successes from 11 attempts from the three beyond the 3-point line, and Leeds generally enjoying a 51% shooting success. Compare that to the Sharks with a 26.3% success rate, 5 out of 19, and 22 out of 52, 42.3%. And here's another very important statistic. Leeds scored 26 points from turnovers, with the Sharks scoring just 11 points from turnovers. So not a game to remember, not a weekend to remember. Lots of hard work for the Sharks to do on the training court, and maybe even looking at the personnel that's currently available. So defeat by 21 points. It finished Leeds Force 79, Sheffield Sharks 58. This is a report made totally using a smartphone. Video, audio and images all captured and edited in Android. This report is about DBL Sheffield Sharks and it's for Elastic FM.